for today's Cyber CEO episode.
She reaches out to me every morning to tell, when she's at work and reminds me of tasks I've got to do that I didn't get done yesterday. So it works out really, really well. Cheerful, on time. She's accurate in what she does. Took a lot of things off my plate that I didn't have to do anymore. So that made my real estate practice and property management practice much, much easier. So gave me back a lot of time in my day.
Welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. All right, another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is 𝗙𝗲𝗋. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show right now. Patrick, how are you doing today?
I'm doing just fine, 𝗙𝗲𝗋. Thanks.
All right. We're very, very excited to have you on the show. So let's get the show on the road. To let you know, we have a lot of listeners who are also business owners just like you. So I need your help. Can you introduce yourself to our audience, maybe starting off with what is your role in the business, Patrick?
Sure. So my name is Patrick Page. I am the managing broker, Keller Williams Realty in McLean, Virginia. I am also own a property management company. And my role at the office is twofold. I'm still selling property, so as well as managing 350 realtors.
Wow. I can only imagine how busy you are every day. I'm assuming very, very busy.
Nonstop.
All right. But busy is always good, as we always say, right?
Absolutely.
I'm curious to know, how long have you been partnered with your cyberbacker?
We hired her in December of 2021.
Okay, December. So fairly new, 5 months. Going on 5 months.
Correct.
All right. Now, how did you find Cyberbacker, Patrick? Did you see us online? Did someone refer you to us?
I was referred by 𝗙𝗻𝗋𝗋𝗋, who is a franchise holder.
Okay, referral. Now, I hope you heard good things about Cyberbacker, though.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right, that's good. Now, what comes into your mind now when you hear Cyberbacker, that word Cyberbacker, rather than the first time that you heard it?
Now I would say ease of life.
Ease of life.
Support, yeah.
Why would you say ease of life?
From hiring our cyberbacker from day one, she really quick learner. And within 3 weeks, took a lot of things off my plate that I didn't have to do anymore. So that made my real estate practice and property management practice much, much easier.
Yeah,
so it gave me back a lot of time in my day.
There we go. Time is very, very important.
Yeah.
Now, was this your first time partnering with someone virtual, or did you have experience before Cyberbacker?
I had no experience before Cyberbacker. This was the first time, and it was a tough decision to let go of control on a number of things, but I'm glad I made it.
I think that's a normal, of course, challenge. Letting go of a few things, especially now you're going to be working with someone virtual, right? So the trust has to be there.
Absolutely, it does.
So how was the transition from, of course, running the business, running your businesses, to now having a cyberbacker working with you and supporting you?
It was very smooth, I must say. I mean, she, like, as I said before, she picked up on things very, very quickly. I showed her one time on a Zoom and she had it down. So I was able to hand off all of my, filling out contracts, listing agreements, management agreements, all of those things to her. We've since expanded to entering listings in the MLS, helping with bookkeeping, doing rental applications. So a number of different tasks have been pulled off of me and part of my staff.
Okay. So a lot of tasks. And now you have more time on your plate to focus on growing the business, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's where it is. The money's in the growth.
Yes, I agree with you there. Now, I'm curious to know, because before you get partnered with the cyberbacker, you have to create your own, let's say, your give up list, the set of tasks that you're going to be leveraging to your cyberbacker. So what were those things on your list that you were going to be leveraging to your cyberbacker?
Sure. Pretty much everything that wasn't revenue generating or didn't require my direct oversight. So, for instance, compliance is something I have to look at, and I couldn't give that off to Cyberbacker. But I could give filling out documents, posting invoices, all of those things, entering listings, ordering signs, all of those things, ordering photography. all those things that are time consuming for me, but don't generate revenue or future business, I gave to her.
Anything that you can do over the computer, something like that.
Everything that she could do over the computer. There's nothing I gave her that has to be done here in person or be done here in the United States.
Perfect, perfect. Now, I'm curious to know, because before you got partnered with your Cyberbacker, you went through the hiring process with us. So I'd like to know more about your experience there, and how did you know that your Cyberbacker was the perfect fit for you in the business?
Sure. So yeah, the hiring experience was fun. Very quick with the fast paced interviews. But as we talked with her and we looked at her skill set, it was clear to us that this was the right person. So we acted quickly and got her hired, because we don't want to lose her to somebody else.
Of course.
But she had a background in property management and in real estate and also in bookkeeping. So all of it kind of aligned, and it's been a great fit from day one.
There we go. Great fit from day one. Now, of course, after that hiring process, your Cyberbacker would undergo the training that we provide. So did that training that we gave her help you save any time at all?
Absolutely. If we can knock down the amount of time I have to spend training and she's learning a new industry, then, or parts of a new industry, or new way of doing things, that really, really helped a lot. So saved me time. I had to do a little more, few things myself while she's in that training, but that's okay. It's money well spent.
There we go. Money well spent. Would you say that partnering with a Cyberbacker is a good investment for your business, Patrick?
Absolutely. I could hire an assistant here, and it's going to cost me a lot more money and a lot more time because of the training assistance I got from you guys at Cyberbacker, and her knowledge base of the KW systems already. That was just huge, a huge shortening of the learning curve.
Okay, there we go. How did this become a successful partnership between you and your Cyberbacker? Because a lot of our listeners might not know how to build or create a successful virtual partnership with their Cyberbacker. So are there any tips that you can give out to our listeners?
Sure. So start with a 30, 60, 90-day plan. So you've got things that need to be achieved in 30 days, things that should be achieved in 60, and things in 90. And stick to that plan and make sure that you are giving the Cyberbacker the time that's necessary to master the 30-day tasks, then the 60, then the 90. And if you're not the one doing training, make sure the person that you assign to work with the Cyberbacker understands what goals we've set out for her. And then ask questions of the Cyberbacker. Are you okay? Do you have questions about anything? Are you overwhelmed by anything? Have we given you too much? We want to make sure that it works fairly with everybody. We don't want to just unload on somebody and they're so overwhelmed that they quit in 30, 40 days. And now I'm back hiring again and starting over. Again, that's a bad management practice. And it's on the owner of the business, not on the Cyberbacker when that happens.
Yes, I agree with you there. Again, setting proper expectations is what's going to happen. And of course, proper communication with your Cyberbacker as well. Again, reaching out, texts here and there, a few calls maybe, right?
Yep, absolutely. She reaches out to me every morning to tell, when she's at work and reminds me of tasks I've got to do that I didn't get done yesterday. I've got to sign this document, I got to do this. I let her know of things that came in overnight that she needs to take care of. And then at the end of the day, she communicates with me with a long list of all the tasks she's done all day long. So it works out really, really well.
There we go. Also keeping you accountable then, other than helping you save time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Making sure I'm not missing something, because she realizes that if I don't sign a document, it sits there, client gets upset, they go find somebody else to work with.
There we go. Especially in real estate, everything is just so fast. Something could change at the snap of a finger, right?
Yes. Right. Once you get them signed, you get the client signed, they're less likely to go choose somebody else. So you got to get it quick.
There we go. Now, I have one last question for you, Patrick. Sure. And I know that your Cyberbacker is going to be listening once we have this episode uploaded. So I'm going to be putting you in the hot seat here. Now, okay. I'd like to know, what is the best part about your Cyberbacker?
Wow, that's a hard one to answer. Not because there's not a best part, but because there's so many. So, she's cheerful. She's, on time. She's accurate in what she does. It's very rare we got to go back and say, hey, you got to change this. If it is something we have to change, it's usually our mistake, not hers. And the quick learning. I mean, I can't tell you how helpful it is to have someone that just picks up when you tell them, okay, here's how you fill this document out. Here's how you do this. And they're following you along. And then the next thing I know, I get a document from them that's absolutely the same way I filled it out with her on a new property. So it's all of those attributes are huge.
I think that fast learner piece is very important, and especially in a partnership like this, because again, everything in the business is really quick. So you really need someone who can really keep up with your pace too, right?
Right. Right. And she's not afraid to say, hey, I can take more, or if we change a task set on her, I was like, okay, listen, we're going to make an adjustment because something's not working out on our end locally. We need your assistance with these tasks. And she's fine with kind of being meldable, bendable to go over and take. It's not like, no, I don't want to do that. I can't do that. It's always, sure, I'll do that, and we try to take things off her plate if we're adding more things to it. So that flexibility is huge as well.
There we go, the flexibility. Patrick, we are very, very excited to see where this partnership is going to be in the next year. And of course, many more years to come. Thank you very much for being on the show today.
You're welcome, Jello. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.